You may have to reset the ink if it beeps at you, but if not, it's just doing its little cleaning. So we've pressed print over on the computer, and now this is what the unit's doing. Just fine. This is what it does. So as you can see, there's plenty of ink coming out of the print head here, so we're not too worried about missing any lines here in the print. We're just more worried about keeping the print head from having a bunch of ink all over it while it's sitting there. So we'll check that when it's printing. We'll check and make sure that it's not going to dock back and just sit in a pool of ink. But other than that, I mean, the maintenance on this thing is pretty easy and self-explanatory. There's really not too much that can go wrong here besides, you know, just straight up smacking the print table into the print head. But so we'll go ahead and get my box out of the way here. And yeah, so you can see it's fairly close to the shirt. It's not quite where it needs to be. It needs to be about half this distance when it's actually printing. So when we have a flat shirt on there that we're not concerned about checking into the print head, we'll go ahead and move it closer. Or just as it's printing. Sometimes I'll live adjust it. I don't really recommend that unless you know what you're doing. But so like I said, what we're mainly going for here is just to see the white ink come out white instead of blue. So we'll go ahead and leave the foam here and we'll move on to the cap of the way. So sometimes when you first turn it on, it'll do like a charge just to make sure that it's clean and it's ready to print. So that should be really the only other time you gotta watch the spit pad when you're like heavy into production. Okay, so when you hear that noise, that's pretty much when it's getting to the end of the head cleaning that it's doing before it starts printing. Yeah, it says the ink's out here. So we just flipped it back and forth towards the board to trigger the reset, and then all the way back nowhere in the middle for a closed circuit. So as you can see, it's printing absolutely perfect white ink right now. We're going to back it off just a hair, just because I don't want to accidentally hit anything because the shirt's kind of wrinkly. See, as you can see, because there was already a print and pre-treat on here, the ink's going to kind of bleed. So like I said, I'm just backing it off right here. But you can see essentially there we go. What it's supposed to be doing here. So you can see that actually would have been really cool if I had not another print underneath it, so it didn't bleed. So we'll go ahead and let this print finish out, but as you can see, you just don't want any white blue ink in your white ink. And that's the main point of this right here. So you can see for the print we just did, print cost was 33 cents a job.